You know, you can't help but watch television, read newspapers, or listen to the radio and see the advertising that's going on with regard to Wall Street and not realize that there's an incredible disconnect between these brokerage firms and banks and what they're advertising. I mean, I saw ads by a major brokerage firm talking about retirement, how they can help you with your retirement. Meanwhile, their own stock has collapsed down by 70% in value. They don't know what they're talking about. I've seen this disconnect everywhere. I've seen it with car companies and energy. Mercedes talks about, no, we don't need 200 horsepower. We don't need 300 horsepower. We got a car with 450 horsepower for you. Yes, in an age where oil has become a much more precious resource, they want to give you a 450 horsepower car, and they want to know why the auto industry on a worldwide level is collapsing. All right, you've got to get into gear with those that you're advertising to. You have to understand what the person that you're appealing to, what their needs are, what their new needs are, and they haven't reacted at all. They haven't reacted at all to a credit crisis. The brokerage firms have not reacted to a bear market environment at all. The layoffs haven't even begun on Wall Street. We're down 40% from the top. There's 135,000 people that have to be laid off on Wall Street by the end of the year, and those layoffs haven't even begun. People got to hunker in this environment. They got to control their expenditures. They've got to cut their spending, and they've got to watch their allocations of capital, and they can't be exposed to new liabilities and new debt. This is common sense. So if you listen to the talking heads on television, if you listen to advertising, you're going to get wiped out in this new economy. We're going into a new economy. We're going into an economy which is the way our grandfathers that came out of World War II and so forth, the way they would have wanted us to act, the way they would have wanted us to respect money and so forth. We're going to have to start teaching our children new values. This recession is going to give us pain. It's going to teach us the things that we should have learned from our parents, but they wanted us to have a nice, easier life than they did. They would have never created this recession, our parents and grandparents. They just didn't operate that way. They knew how to save a buck. This country has a zero savings rate. Guess what? We're going to have a savings rate in this country over the next several years. We're going to figure this out. We're going to come through this okay, but there's going to be pain. And if you listen to the talking heads on television and inappropriate advertising, you're going to get wiped out. You're going to go to zero. And remember, under the previous Congress, under the Republicans, they changed the bankruptcy laws. It's not as easy to go bankrupt as it used to be, all right? Because the Republicans wanted to help the banks out. Because, you know, and the Democrats are no different, by the way. They all take lobby money. They take big lobby money. So keep in mind, this is what I want to leave you with, all right? You and I, we elect them. After we elect them, other people own them. That's just the way of life. And it's up to you and me to change that someday. But we're not at that point yet. Good luck to you. You want to know more? Take a look at the website. Thank you and have a great day.